Vivian, and today I would like to present my research plan. And the topic of my research plan will be how academic culture influences teaching strategies, a case study of the native English-speaking teachers in Taiwan. And I would like to introduce it in 3 parts below. They are introduction, literature review, and methodology. And about the background of this study, in academia, the emergence of globalization as a dominant discourse has generated heated debates on issues. So, the statement of the province will be the situation of cultural obstacles between the native English-speaking teachers and their students is a common situation occurring in the academic where two different cultures come into contact in the classroom. However, field studies focus on how the native English-speaking teachers adjust or modify their teaching styles and strategies in the ESL or EFL classroom. So the purposes of my study will be, I will try to explore how the native English-speaking teachers' expectation in Taiwan's classroom affect teaching styles. And also, I will try to invest how native teachers' teaching strategies might be modified to a new academic cultural environment. And of my research questions, there are 2 research questions. First, what are the American teachers' expectations about his Taiwanese students in an English-speaking course? And this is for my pilot study. And the second, how does the American teacher adjust to the differences between their expectations about teaching and learning? So now I will try to do the literature review from word culture to the academic culture. And final, I would like to introduce the Western teacher and the difference between the Western teacher and the Chinese students. And about this word culture, it starts from Tyler's definition that complex whole one, which includes knowledge, belief, art, law, morals, custom, and any other capabilities and habits acquired by humans as a member of society. And about the cross-culture, the effect of cross-cultural studies on language and communication have shown how the second language learners' language learning are influenced by the cross-cultural cognition. And here's the academic culture. It is like the miniaturization of the concept of culture, so that researchers study and write about the culture of the school or even the culture of the classroom. And it is natural that that Western teachers and the Chinese students' culture of learning might not be consonant with each other, and they have different expectations, attitudes, values, and beliefs. Before the formal study, I think a pilot study can ensure the items for the formal study, and it will be reliable and suitable. So my participants of pilot study will be one native English-speaking teacher who teach English for more than 1 year in Taichung, and the Taiwanese students in his classroom from Global Village Center in Taichung, Taiwan. And about the procedures of the pilot study, the participants will be a native English teacher and the Taiwanese students. And I will use the qualitative interview for the teacher and the quantitative questionnaires for the Taiwanese students. And here I will try to explain the steps for them. The steps for the qualitative interview, it will start from independent interview, transcript, content analysis, and the final I will try to compare with quantitative results. And for the quantitative questionnaires, it will start from research framework, research instruments, construction of the questionnaires, and finally is the quantitative analysis. And about the data collection, also it will separate to interview and questionnaire parts. So for the interview part, I will do a fast-to-fast interview, and it will take about 2 hours and be recorded. And I will use in-depth conversations and open-ended questions for the participants. And finally, I will have the follow-up interviews. And here is an example for the interview questions. And we could see there are several interview questions, and all of them will be the open-ended questions for the participants to answer.
Okay, would you please read the example question?
Okay.
For us.
Okay, for example, for interview question 1, in your opinion, what are Taiwanese students' learning attitude and style or strategies like that? And the teacher who can describe his thinking about this answer. And for the quantitative questionnaires, I will do the pre-questionnaire, and for after 1 semester course, because this is for in a prep school, so maybe it takes about 3 months. And then the students they will do the post questionnaire. And here's the example. And here's the example for the questionnaire. And I will celebrate the questionnaire for several parts. For example, they will try to write down their personal background information and their pre-expectations for the English speaking teacher, for the English speaking course. And of course, after the course, they will have the post questionnaire. And for all of the questions, the participants they can try to answer the questions from strongly agree to strongly disagree, like this one. And about the data analysis and the qualitative interviews from the method by Marshall and Roseman in 1999. And it will start from organize the data, generated categories, coding the data, test emergent understanding, search for alternative expectations, and final will write the report. And for the quantitative questionnaires, it will based on the SPSS 13, and also it will use the descriptive statistics and t-test and the one-way ANOVA. Okay. And thanks for your listening. And